You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
What's cracking, YouTube? I'm Ralph,
This is Johnny.
and we're Oversaturated Podcast. If this is your first time here to the channel, make sure you like the video, make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe. All that great stuff.
Yes.
But we're here. We're here to interview, give you a YouTube exclusive, do our She-Hulk episode 6 review.
Yes.
Just Jen. Usually, before we get into the nuts and bolts of any episode that we review, we used to just try to give you an overall think piece of what we think about the episode. Johnny, what do you think about episode 6?
Seeing is that the writers, the characters wanted you to know this was a filler episode. I went into this knowing it was a filler episode, and I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed this episode. That's all I got. That's all I got.
The last thing that this show needs is more filler. So I'm going to tell you what I think about this episode.
I'm listening.
Trash.
Damn.
Garbage.
Damn.
Garbicio. Basura. Soft.
Sheesh.
Dusty.
Oh my
sloppy.
God. Oh my goodness.
Disgusting.
Oh.
Okay.
You feel better?
Now that I've gotten that out.
Okay.
Because I clear it's like immediately after the show went off, and I didn't even get an after credit scene to kind of make up for nothing.
Oh, ain't no more after credits.
I was like, I just wanted to say, I couldn't even get my thumbs to start texting stuff to you.
Thumb was immobile.
I was like, you know what? Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I mean, now this is the thing, right? No, I'll say that critique for the end. I just think that do I enjoy She-Hulk and the episodes here and there? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It has some comedy. It has some things in there that I just often enjoy. It's just so many plot holes and things that don't get paid off, and that's what makes certain episodes like this don't even register to me, because it's just I feel like something should have been paid off from the previous episode, and I didn't get that.
Previous two.
Yeah, that too. But what you got? We get first right into the episode in which she gets the wedding invitation.
Yeah. So she it's so funny because she got the box asking her to be a bridesmaid. She opens it. She talks to I can never remember our girl, the paralegal.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's talking to her on the couch, and she turns around and says,
Yes, it's a self-contained wedding episode, and if you think this is happening at an inconvenient time in the season, you're right, because that's how weddings always are.
Listen, I thought it was great. The writers, Marvel, Kevin Feige, everybody is trolling us because we got the Wrecking Crew 2 episodes ago. We got the tease of Daredevil's helmet last episode. They intentionally put this here. They did this intentionally, and I love it. I love the trollness. I love the pettiness. I think it's great. So I'm gonna leave that there. Listen, man, we can really
Well, I mean, there are some things throughout the episode, right? We can kind of skip over Jen stuff because she's the least interesting, right?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's talk about when she pulled up to the wedding and then her homegirl was hating on her, right?
Listen.
The thing is, we know the theme of these episodes, right? Jen is struggling with Jen and She-Hulk. They are two different people, but yet She-Hulk gets all the love, all the attention, all the admiration, all the respect.
Yes.
Jen gets none of that.
And the one time I feel like in this entire series when she wanted to show up somewhere as She-Hulk, she gets there and immediately she's told, look, you taking all the attention off me, my girl. Can you go back to your regular form? Yeah. And Jen even said herself, the one time I wanted to be here as She-Hulk is nah, I can't do it.
Well, the character is set up to be an unlikable person, right? She's the complete embodiment of a bridezilla, right?
Oh, big fan.
Like somebody that you're set up not to like. So
right.
They made that very clear by her bratty attitude, just the way that she kind of just shunned Jen at every I'm like, Jen, how are you friends with this person?
What? But see, that's the thing though. They were childhood friends. Yeah. Somebody she hasn't even really talked to in her adult life, it sounds like. Yeah. So and because I guess as humans, when people ask you to be in their wedding, you feel obligated to say yes. When in reality, if you haven't talked to this person in years, like you don't necessarily you can say no.
How do you say no to being a bridesmaid?
You just say no.
It's okay. It's power in saying
because
no.
there was a moment in the I don't know if it wasn't the reception, right? But they were speaking about Jen's life. Like,
Yes.
she was talking about how I'm head of this superhuman law division at the biggest prestigious law firm in the city. And, you know, she's like, all she heard was the fact that Jen didn't have a man.
No, I didn't mean any. I didn't want that. Like, are you dating a guy, a boy? Is there a boy in your life?
Oh, no.
Oh no. I'm sorry, you'll find someone.
But in reality, Jen, of course she went on dates, but Jen doesn't really care because her life is actually going pretty well.
It is.
Right?
It actually is.
Which is crazy.
Right, and
That was
then
crazy.
after her symbolic win of getting back her She-Hulk name, who shows up to the wedding?
Goddamn Titania. Oh, man.
She is such a troll.
I love that you never make any effort at all.
Like I said, I enjoy certain parts about this show. So it's not like I just shit on everything, right?
Right.
Like Titania's an enjoyable character.
I agree.
Like she is a menace.
I agree. You want to get into the subplot of the episode?
Oh yeah.
Mr. Immortal.
Yeah.
I thought this whole subplot was hilarious in this episode.
Yeah.
Like the fact that this man, he's immortal, right? But he kills himself to get out of marriage. Like that's hilarious.
Any conflict, he was like, hey, yo.
Like it's too much going on for me. I'm just gonna jump out this window real quick. But we see, why can't I remember this woman's name? Listen, she's working with Mallory, right?
Remember Mallory though? No.
I do.
I'm messing with
No.
you. I'm messing with you.
Shit, I humbly agree with that. But she's working with Mallory, and it seems as if in their limited interaction that Mallory is pulling Jen's paralegal into
Nikki.
Thank you so much. She's pulling Nikki more into the lawyer world. So like when Nikki initially came into Mallory's office, she kind of sat behind them, right? Mm-hmm. And Mallory was like, come up, sit next to Mr. Immortal because you're a part of this as well. Mm-hmm. I haven't really seen that happen with Jen. Nikki is really involved in Jen's affairs, but I haven't seen them like actually work together on cases.
Look at black women uplifting people.
Okay, sis. I did that. That's all right. Period.
But I'm going to ask you this. Do you think this is kind of like something that we can kind of build for in the future? Like maybe Nikki is getting her kind of like, you know, they will make somebody Nightwing and Batman or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go finna be a lawyer. You finna be something. Like, you just not finna be this paralegal forever.
Yeah, the answer to that is yes. I can definitely see Mallory grooming Nikki, and maybe even talking to the partners at the firm and letting them know, look, yeah, she's a paralegal, but Nikki definitely deserves a higher position in this firm because toward the end of the episode, she was real unconventional in the way that she worked with Mr. Immortal's ex-wives.
And that would be a great payoff, something that I would actually look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like having a subplot of a sub character get a progression.
Yeah.
Throughout the season. I think that I'm not saying she'll be a lawyer by the end of the season.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, the way that
something to come.
The way that she commanded the room.
Yes.
And the later scenes, I think that was dope.
Yeah, man. So back at the wedding, right? So the bride and all of her bridesmaids are basically treating Jen like trash.
Yeah.
Jen, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I found you. Half the event staff is like quitting because of how I'm treating them. Do you think you could help me like clean some stuff up around here, straighten up, take up some of these empties, like tidy up?
So in the midst of that, this guy, his name is Josh. He introduces himself to her, and basically he's putting, he throwing the lines out there. I thought I was going to sit next to a beautiful woman eating pistachios or whatever it was she was eating. Basically trying to get with her, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a common theme throughout this episode with them two, which is the first time we've seen somebody actually show any type of interest in Jen. Mm-hmm. Right? I'll go ahead.
No, it's just.
Like you were paying attention.
No, I did. Okay. It just seems like, for one, Jen is finally getting some attention as Jen. It doesn't feel like, no, we're going to see. I think he works with somebody.
And that's what I was getting at. That's exactly what I was about to get
I
at.
think he works for someone.
I think it's interesting because the whole wedding itself seems like it could have been staged. Mm-hmm. This is me. This is my brain working, right? Titania just showing up, like that was already weird in itself. How would she even know Jen was in the wedding? So that's one. She knows she was gonna be there, right? Then we get this dude who I don't want to say like nobody will find Jen attractive, but the common theme for this entire series so far is that no men want Jen. Oh, that's a bar. No men want Jen, right? Yeah. Damn, I had another point too. But okay, even at the reception, nobody was really like. I didn't see nobody eating. That could just be my own plot hole brain.
Well, it was a weird thing, right? Because just with the whole wedding, first of all, she was getting married to a dog.
Wait, what?
No, the dog was supposed to be Jen's groomsman that she walked down the aisle with.
Well, I missed that because I only watched this once. It was only in one spin for me.
That's so. Okay.
I'm sorry I missed that part.
Nah, it's all good.
I'm apologizing.
To the viewers,
to the people.
That's all right. That's my guy. That's why I got him. But yeah, like the whole wedding itself just seems like it could have been staged. That's just me and my brain. So there's that. Getting back to Mr. Immortal and his ex-wives.
Yeah. Hilarious. Scene like comedic gold, right? Like I find myself laughing at the cheap stuff, right? Yeah. I love it. Like I love that. Like and the fact that Nikki took over the negotiations of what each ex-wife should get. And one thing I enjoyed about Mr. Immortal, very classy gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those astute guy. But it's just the fact
because he had an ascot on.
Yeah, pretty much. and then he got money. Clearly he had money. He's like, oh, you can have these shares of Apple from my hat since 1981.
Man, what?
And then like he had gold. And then certain women was like, I was with him for this long. I should get this much. So it was just the fact that Nikki kind of took over negotiations. Well, this is what you get.
Yep.
This is what you get. This is what you get. And you're going to get an apology for 20 seconds.
20 seconds of eye contact. I look like that. That was great. And then you could see him.
And when he said like more, like he was like, okay. Like it was like 10 seconds. Now it's 20.
Yep, exactly. So you got to you really got to respect. Look, I know her name now. Mm-hmm. You got to respect Nikki for the fact that she was able to handle those negotiations because there were so many different parameters in which these women wanted compensation, right?
Yeah.
So for her to handle that, and you can even see the look on Mallory's face, like she was very impressed, very impressed. So there's definitely something down the pipeline coming for Nikki, and I'm not mad at that at all. Not mad at that at all.
But we getting back to this wedding, right? Jen just gets deep in her feelings. She was like, you know what? I need a drink.
Oh yeah. Oh, she was turning up at the wedding.
She cashed out.
Cashed out. Dancing,
cash bar,
dancing, getting it, all that. I thought it was great to see her genuinely have fun. I don't think we've seen her have fun in her Jen form like this whole series. So for me, watching her have fun at the wedding, just dancing and kicking it, I thought that was great.
And she drank like she was the Hulk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she
right.
was, like the, whatever the Hulk gene is, whatever, where it doesn't affect them when it comes to alcohol.
Yep.
She clearly forgot that. And I mean, shout out to her because she had on her, she had on her exclusive dress that conformed to her bodies.
I saw
Maybe that's a payoff.
I saw a lot of people say that dress was trash. Look, I stay out of women's business because I don't really know. I thought the dress looked fine when she was in her She-Hulk form. I thought it was straight. But wait, you talking about the pink one? I'm talking about the blue one. The pink was trash.
I was talking about the blue one.
Okay, I'm talking about the blue one too.
Oh, okay.
That pink dress was trash though. The bridesmaid
that's the bridesmaid.
That shit was horrible. All them shit was horrible.
Well, the wedding was trash, but and then now Jen is clearly drunk, and Titania wants to pick a fight. Sucker punch the girl.
So, man, do you like Titania's pettiness?
Yeah.
And my thing is, why she hating? Why she hating like that?
I don't.
Obviously, I literally said this isn't over. So now I am going to publicly destroy you.
No, well, I mean, because we don't know what her business was in that courtroom that day. Maybe I missed that point, but I just got smoked for somebody that started with me. Like,
right.
It's like, it's going to be Peter Griffin and the chicken
every time
I see you.
Sight, you hear me? So, I love that analogy.
So
but
it's like,
true.
I'm on her helmet every time I see her. And then like, she was like, I don't care if you're not the Hulk.
Right.
And she was like, turn, like, and then she did a little, evil speech, like, okay, and then like, all right, turn green so I can beat you up. Like, she at least wanted to be a fair fight.
Right, exactly.
She was like, I'm gonna get this one off, but now I need you to turn green.
And Jen, she struggled at first because she was drunk.
Oh no, I forgot how to do it.
But she does end up turning She-Hulk, right?
Yeah.
And then just straight embarrassed.
Now,
Titania.
what's so crazy? We finally got some action, and that fight was so trash.
It was. She slipped on some ice and,
Like,
and
that's
busted her own veneers.
Low key, Titania was getting the best of her. She Hulk wasn't doing that much, bro.
Well, no, she's not.
It was kind of like an even fight. It was just
Okay,
even.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But you
Like-
saw that slow mo punch? No,
Yeah.
she.
Oh, okay.
She
I forgot.
clocked it. Yeah,
And then she busted her veneers, and then she took the wedding cake on the way out.
she did. That
That's-
was funny. She slapped old boy phone out of her hand. You showing this to your 11 followers? No, I thought that was funny. That was funny.
It's
Because
like
now
I said,
you mad.
The cheap laughs.
Yeah.
I enjoy them.
Yeah, man. So she leaves. And in the end of the episode, right? We see a video in this lab. We see a message from the Hulk King saying, hold on, wait a second. I can't find it, but basically asking if they were making preparations for making preparations to get She-Hulk's blood again, because we saw the needle that they tried to get it with, the Wrecking Crew tried to get it with a few episodes back that was bent. Then it looks like they have a new thicker needle to extract the blood, which I believe is vibranium. I could be guessing that. I don't know, but they have to use something in order to pierce her skin, right? Okay. So I imagine they just chose something vibranium.
Weird point before you get to that, right?
What's up?
Jen, in her drunken state, she called Bruce.
Yes,
she called for Bruce.
Yep.
Do you think Bruce comes back now?
Because
at first I kind of written it off when he flew out of space.
Spoiler alert, but I read somewhere today that he's supposed to be in the last episode.
Okay.
And then
that doesn't surprise me.
Okay, so. Cool. And then there are only 3 episodes left, right? 7, 8, 9. Daredevil, Matt Murdock, supposed to be in the last 3 episodes. Now, take that with a grain of salt. I read that. It could be another troll next week. If it's another, you got to see it through. There's only 3 episodes left. You got to see it through, Ralph. Y'all tell Ralph that he got to see it through, please. You got to see it through, my boy.
Can we finish this
before
we get to our end of the episode banter?
But no, that's pretty much it. So the last scene was them in that lab. We did not get a shot of anyone's faces, but I'm going to assume that is where the leader is housed.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think the big bad is the leader?
Yeah. So I think he's the one. He's the one that's pulling the strings with everybody, who hired the Wrecking Crew to extract She-Hulk's blood, and them preparing the bigger needle to go. So yeah, I do believe that's the leader.
Universal, please give the rights back to the Hulk so we can get a proper film and fix all this shit.
Word. I mean, and that was pretty much the episode. There was no after credit scene or anything like that.
But
so
one thing I've noticed, like, in those ending credits, like the cartoons tell a story, like Titania getting her teeth fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, like little things like that. So it kind of leads you into what certain things, like I think her cousin and the bride hit it off, like the one that was DJing the wedding.
That's
if you look
funny.
at the comics of the last episode, I mean the end of the episode.
Yeah. Damn, not the DJ and the bride.
She wasn't marrying nobody.
We never saw the groom.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I think that whole shit was a setup. I think the whole thing was a setup.
And then she was so happy to see Hulk at the end. I see Hulk. I was like, okay.
Right, because initially she was like, could you not be in your Hulk form and all that kind of stuff. So 3 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Should I even ask where you think this is going? Okay.
I just want. Listen. I just want something to be fulfilled. Right? It's just so much, and they're not giving me enough, man. And like the show's already 27 minutes. Like,
yeah. Nah, I feel you. Listen. So with that being said, right, I did see where in the new Captain America movie. I think it's called New World Order.
Yeah.
With our guy Anthony
Tupac.
Mackie. Oh my God. With him being Captain America, right? The leader is supposed to be
the
villain of that movie.
Yes, sir.
What I read is that in She-Hulk, he actually does get samples of her blood, and then the plot of the new Captain America movie is that he's creating different Hulks. And in the comic books, there are different color Hulks. Like there's a gray one, there's a red one, there's a blue one, that type of shit. So that I read that's the plot of the movie. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read. And She-Hulk is supposed to be in that movie. No, okay.
Out of 5, how you rating this?
I'm gonna give it a 3. Oh, what you got?
A 2.
Yo, man.
I really want to say 1.5.
Sheesh.
Because this, like I said, no replay value. I'm never if I even attempt to watch this fucking show again, I will skip this episode. That's how bad and mundane and it was so boring and I had nothing. Mr. Immortal, like I say, everybody else is a star. Mr. Immortal's the star of the show. What? And then Nikki, Mallory, like everybody else. Yeah. It's supposed to be just Jen. Jen, you're supposed to star in the episode that's named after you.
This is your version of Loki for me. Oh, damn, I should have said that. All right, look, we have clearly reached the end of the episode. We appreciate y'all for checking out our review. Hit the comment section. Let us know what you thought about episode 6, Just Jen. Hit the like button. Subscribe for more content. I already said hit the comment section, but hit the comment section again and share with your people. And we'll be back with the rest of the season review. Yep. And we out. Peace.